What's up, y'all? It's Jordan Murray, Rich Township Sports Talk. I'm here with, he don't really need an introduction, but I know he gonna give it. So,
Jamere Dismukes, but everybody just calls me Coach JD.
yes, sir. Got a few questions for you today. I want to answer. This being the 51st Dipper. Uh, I actually found out last week from a gym teacher. I'm sure you know, Mr. Leonard. He told me that you actually played in this tournament.
I did.
Uh, what was it like? Growing up from now and difference. Like, can you tell me any differences, or?
Uh, I think honestly, the crowd when I was growing up, the crowd was more into it.
Yeah.
And I think, if I'm being honest, you had better teams back then because I can count on my hand about 4 to 5 players who ended up playing in the NBA. Out of the Dipper. JaVale McGee being one of them. He even played for the Lakers. You know what I mean? So I think that, but I do think Coach Adams is doing a really good job of getting it back going.
Yeah.
Last year was a really good start.
Yeah.
And when you think about the game last year, championship game last year, us versus Thornton, I don't think there was ever a Dipper championship that like packed.
Yeah.
And then when you have another probably 1,000 people outside trying to get in. So
Yeah.
no, I think they're doing a really good job here, and that's why HF here.
Yeah. Like you said last year, you won a Dipper 2 out of 3 years since COVID. What's that like? People call this the Jameer disputes invitation.
Man, no, I hope
What's
y'all
your
don't call
no?
it
That's what they say on the
I
internet.
hope not. I hope not.
What's that like though? Like playing it, coaching in it, winning it. So like, what's that like?
It's like a full circle moment for
Right.
real. Like it's fun. And when you see me coach, I coach exactly how I play, like aggressive and like in your face. I wasn't the best player, but I think my qualities that made me a good coach also made me a good player. As far as like that toughness,
Yeah.
being a good leader, and making everybody around me better. I think that helps. So. Yeah, just being able to walk in the gym and look up on the board and see 2 championships from 2 different teams. That's big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I love this tournament. I think it's a lot of really good coaches in the tournament. I think there's a lot of really good coaches who won the tournament before. So just being able to be in that ballpark with them is pretty cool.
Yeah. I like how you said full circle because you lost in double overtime to Thornton, and last year you beat them. So was that kind of like a revenge game? Like,
You know what's crazy, Nate? I didn't even think about this,
Yeah.
but we lost on a buzzer beater to them.
Yeah.
That went double overtime, and then we beat them on a buzzer. Yeah.
that's really full circle.
It is. That's crazy. I just own that up to the kids last year. We had a really good team last year. And I think we missed those guys, but I think we got a really good team this year. So, hopefully we can make some more history. That's the goal. Like I said, there's some really good teams here now going into these quarterfinals and semifinals and championship rounds. So I'm just excited to see how it all plays out.
Yes, sir. And speaking on your time at HF, something that I really admire of your coaching is, a lot of kids treat high school like a transfer portal, like college.
Mhm.
You have guys who were on JV last year who already like ready to step up, and you know, how do you keep guys committed to your program, and how do you keep guys like wanting to stay? After like some kids play freshman as a varsity, like how Darius is, but some kids start off as JV and they become a big time player their junior and senior year. I really haven't seen no big time players for you guys leave like other schools. So how do you keep your guys committed? And
Man, it's crazy. I just had this conversation in the stands, but I just think our culture for real, like how we approach every day, like I'll run through a wall for these kids, honestly, and they know that, and I think that's why they respond the same way. People see us with all the Nike gear and all of this and all of that, but what a lot of people don't know on the outside looking in is that we raised that money.
Right.
Like none of that was just given to us. So the things we wear are because of the hard work that we put in. So, but I try to bring it every day. I try to hold myself accountable through the highs and lows of it, and I hold them accountable through the highs and lows of it. And I just think the kids that we have, they see the writing on the wall at the end of the day. Like, you come to HF to win, you come to HF to get better, and you come to HF to go to college. So I think if that's something you really want to do, if this is what you're passionate about, I don't think you would leave for another program, I think you would be patient, wait your turn, and watch everything happen. It's like trust the process. We got three kids doing that right now. One of our kids who's a starter for us right now, Kyle Polk, he played on the B team as a freshman. He was a B team freshman, and now he's a starter for a really good team. I wouldn't say a great team. I'd say a really good team. So.
And that, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And that, Aiden too, Ethan, they were all on the bench last year, and I seen a video where you were like, we got guys who were on our bench last year who can be starters on any other team in the state.
All three of them could start.
So that's great that you can keep kids committed with this like crazy atmosphere of high school basketball right now, and you know that's really good. And another thing, I also see like you're really a player coach, because last year your offense was a 4-1 out with Mac, and I like how you can adjust for this year team being more of a 5-out team.
Man, what you doing, man?
What? I'm just locked in. This how you do. I'm just locked in. So
I see. That's what's up.
So I see that. I'm a student of the game. I see that you adjust every year.
Yeah.
That's really a big thing too, because some coaches, they try to run the same offense and force kids to play out their position, but you make the players feel comfortable, which makes you guys a state contender every year.
Absolutely.
So what's that like?
I think the only thing that we have that we do the same every year is our defense. We don't change that up. Now we don't play that how I want to play it. We got some concepts and stuff that we do that we really try to hone in on and preach. And you can hear us yelling a lot of the stuff. If you like ever behind the bench or close to the bench, you can hear us yelling a lot of our concepts. So defensively, we do keep it the same, but offensively, I think you hit it on the head. I think the best coaches can adjust to their players and not try to make their players adjust to them. You know what I mean? So at the beginning of the year, I look at what we have, I look at our strengths, and then I go and try to find an offense that will fit our strengths. So like you said, we changed it all up from this year and last year, and then we even changed it up from my first year to last year. You know what I mean? Every year has been something different because we've had different players.
Yes,
so
sir.
just try to keep building.
And like you said, like I was talking about, like these kids who play for HF, they played for the AAU team when they were little. Like these guys went to Perry Hills, not Perry Hills, James Hart Parker. So you know them guys grew up. So it's good to see that you can keep these guys together. I think one of my favorite thing, one of the best acquisitions, but when Carson came back from St. Rita, I think that really set the standard for y'all that we are homegrown guys, and you know we playing with the guys that we grow up. So I think that makes you one of the best coaches in the state.
I appreciate that.
And last year you won a state championship your second year. What was that like? Walk me through that, because you guys had some tough games. Curie, you guys were not the favorites against Normal because of their size, but you guys still were able to pull it out. So what's that like being
those
underdogs?
Kids were winners.
Yes.
Even the kids who like aren't playing Division I. Obviously, we got Bryce at North Carolina State. We got Gianni at Columbia. We got Mac and Carson at Lewis. We got Jacoby and Jamie at Shawnee. We got Dom at North Dakota State College of Science. So all of those guys were winners. What people don't know is a lot of the games last year we were down. Like we were down in a lot of games, a lot of big games. But at the end of the day, like I said, they were winners, and our mantra last year was resiliency, like battling through everything, battling through adversity, and still getting up and giving it our all. And I think they really took our mantra and ran with it, and it was just great to see. I felt like last year that was a real special group. Obviously, like I said, we missed those guys, but I do think we got winners on our team right now. I think they're just really learning what it means to win and how you have to win. Like you said, a lot of our kids that we had last year didn't really play much, even though they were good enough. But just being good enough doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win games. You have to, have the talent. You have to have the detail. You have to have the discipline, and you have to have the togetherness. And I think you got all that. I think you win. I think we're learning that right now.
Because I see that your players, you guys do all the small things, cuts. One thing I like about Darius' game is some freshmen are like they want to just score, but he knows that he can touch the paint, draw the attention, and kick it out, and get back to the spot. So I think what makes you guys one of the best teams always is you guys know the little things matter more than the things that some coaches emphasize on, and that's what makes y'all the team that y'all are. So
Appreciate that. Yeah, big picture. Big picture is important. You know what I mean? You gotta look at all the detail. I mean, people don't think the Mona Lisa is beautiful for just the entire picture. They look at the nose, they look at the eyes, they look at the mouth, the hair. So I just think the small details make the big picture um, how beautiful it's supposed to look.
yes, sir. But this is my last question because I know we all want to go watch that Kenwood game.
Absolutely.
So this is a question for all the questions, but this was kind of a last minute question thing.
Yeah.
I know you love all your players, but if you had to pick five to probably like coach a team like a whole year in high school, who would you pick?
Out of all my players I ever had, or this?
No, all your players.
Whoa.
I know that's a lot of players, but
As a head coach or assistant?
You the
Just
head.
Okay.
You the
So
head coach.
since I've been head coach, Devontae Hall, he was at Hyde Park when we won it here.
Yeah.
Dog, he's playing at UMKC right now, University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Okay.
Definitely taking him. Carson Brownfield,
Yeah.
definitely taking him because
He
of
lost 31.
his toughness.
Yep.
Gianni Cobb, definitely taking Gianni because Gianni's just a winner. Jaden Tyler, smooth assassin who's going to do everything for you.
Yes.
And lastly, I got to take Bryce Hurd. I think with that five, I think you could win a lot of games. I know four of those kids were on the same team last year, and then you just add Devontae, but I think Devontae, Gianni, and JD at guard position, I think that's tough for anybody to deal with. So I think that would be my five. Players, if you've seen that, don't get mad at me. I'm sorry if I left y'all out.
Cause that's the thing, like you run a lot of 3-guard action. You've been doing that since you got to HF Vincent that year, so you definitely run a lot of 3-guards.
What?
Hey,
would you go back and watch?
I'm tapped in.
I see.
I
like
watch
that.
everybody.
I like that. That's what's up.
So thanks for Coach J to come. We gonna end this off here. Rich Township Sports Talk. Have a good dipper. I wish you the best.
Appreciate it.
And we gone.
Thank
Peace.
y'all. Appreciate it.